I thought we agreed that someone else in the Loose Screws community was Gandalf, though.
Well, Nurgle, but I mean, he's sitting on the
Or is
top of
Nurgle
Isengard right now.
Saruman?
By the
Is
way,
he?
should I just say how impressed I am that we knew how to start the recording?
Yeah, what? You haven't used freaking IRC?
It's one of my quirks that I so cherish contributing to this podcast and yet persist in understanding so little under the hood.
I mean,
Like
Didn't
the average
record-
car
Anyway.
driver.
I didn't record my IRC conversations, so
As I was
back in the
okay.
90s.
As I was saying before the podcast so rudely began, it is my main purpose in life to prevent you all from learning who I am in real life. So I need to be very careful about what kind of links I post lest I dox myself. I'm worried enough about Chig doxing me. Chig learned my real name, and I'm pissed. So
I mean, I know it too, but I'm not going to reveal it.
you got my and this is you fished. That's the fishing that my digital training at work told me about, and you did it. I
You're
fell
like
right into it.
You're like a djinn or a genie? Like when you know their true name, you can control them? Is that it?
I'm like a what are they? I'm like a boomer who is like, I got this friendly guy helping me with these Google Play gift cards.
Boy.
I just had to send him $7,000. Bloom, the second you ask me for money, though, that's when it's it. Cutting the cord.
Wait, why
for
did Bitcoin
Bitcoin.
take $5,000 from my checking account?
You kidding? It's for an investment.
I just wanted Apple gift cards, man. Just Apple gift cards, and I'll unlock your account.
Yeah, well, look at the Bitcoin skyrocketed. Bloomcoin 2029.
Bloomcoin.
It's gonna
It's
hit
actually
the
not a bad
moon.
name.
Straight to the moon.
Anyway, who's steering this ship? Jesus Christ.
This is the 316th episode for the 22nd of January, 2026, or
33012 in.
33012.
yeah, someone in the notes put 330 Lark, and I feel like that is calling me out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was from
And
2
this
weeks
is the
ago,
Loose
buddy.
Screws podcast.
Yeah, it's your boy. Smash that like it's okay. I'll stop.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've started hobby streaming, and even I don't say that. I don't think anyone says that anymore, man.
And that's why your view counts are in the shitter, buddy. You got to pump those numbers up. That's why you have to remind someone to subscribe, because we're all zombies that don't do things unless we're told here in the digital age.
Oh shoot!
Anyway,
we're gonna go around and see how everyone's week was
Go around
because
the horn.
that is the only part I'm actually interested in. I'm not gonna lie. So let's start off with Roy, who hasn't been here in a couple weeks. How's it
It's
going,
been
buddy?
a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been like
What's been up?
it's 6. Has it been 6 weeks?
I don't think it's been that long, but I'm time blind, so it could have been last year for all I know.
I think I'm outside the covenants of my contract, so I'm trying to work back towards being in compliance. I would say I'm in a liminal time, both in real life and in game. A liminal time. It's like a liminal space. Are you familiar with this concept?
Yeah, it's
like
the space between places that you're actually at.
An uncanny feeling of transition, being in between things. There's lots of cool videos of like abandoned shopping malls or hotels and people walking through corridors. But it can also apply to time. Like a classic example that I've thought about is like the summer before starting college, or the summer before, like maybe after you've finished high school and you're about to leave home or something, and you're sort of in this transition time. And I've been doing that both in real life and in game. I'd say in game, I'm not going on Distant Worlds 3. My carrier's still out in the Fipawea Nebula from Distant Screws 3. And I came back to the bubble, it's been a minute, back in October. This was back when we didn't know, well, I guess we still don't know what's actually finally happening with the Terry Torres story. And I had put my writing on pause because I didn't want to go down a rabbit hole with Roy's stories that ended up being completely divergent from what was actually happening in the game. There was all kinds of speculation that maybe what was happening in the Terry Torres story and now the Enclave was going to be a precursor to whatever the next big bad is, similar to how the Thargoid War kind of got ramped up.
I still think it will. It's just moving at the speed of bureaucracy, which is how FDev rolls.
Right. No, it's fair. It's
It is January. They take January off.
True. So here we are. I'm in the liminal time, right? Like waiting for this transition. And if I was going on Distant Worlds 3, of course, that would occupy me. Operations isn't out yet. Waiting for that. So yeah. I think the last time I was even in game was when we were making the last stand for Lee Young-Roy's only remaining system in the Enclave. That valiant effort. And then in real life, over Christmas and New Year's, our kids were home from college and work, and I focused on spending time with them. Very, very little computer time, except for when we were playing games together and they wanted to play Arc Raiders and a few other things, which was fun, a lot of fun. And as happens when I get a little bit away from Elite, sometimes I find myself in a bit of a funk where I kind of don't feel like playing it. And
that does happen. That is a thing.
I dipped in and out of Stellaris a couple times, and I haven't actually had a lot of time since Christmas, since New Year's, to be on the computer anyway. There's a lot of stuff going on at work. Good stuff, but transitional stuff as well. And I find that I've had a few times in the past when I just didn't feel like playing Elite, and I think what I've learned from those times is I don't force myself to play the game. I don't try to make up FOMO in my head or something. And I know that eventually I'll get the itch again, whether it's, I don't know, whatever they announce, if they're going to announce something in the next few weeks about what's happening this year, or there's movement from the Enclave. Something will trigger my passion for this again, and then I'll be all in, and it'll be all good and all fun. So that's what I've been up to.
Nice. That is a thing with this game. Because you're actively flying and having to actively pay attention and involve yourself in it, it is one of those games that it's a lot of fun, but it does take some energy to play and enjoy, like just straight up.
Yeah.
I've had that in the past too, where it's just like, I am so tired. I am not flying tonight. It is not happening.
I think I was a bit discouraged too after I saw the Enclave mechanics playing out the way they did after we lost that last system. It's like, well, I guess I'm not in the game anymore, kind of thing. So anyway,
Yeah.
we'll maybe talk about that later.
Yeah. Alrighty. And Roy, throw it to the next person.
Let's see. Let's go to Bloom next.
All right. Yeah. Hey, let's see. Real life. Couple of crazy patient things. There was a situation last week where that was coming to a head. A patient that was being rather difficult, and the interesting thing is he's been utilizing telemedicine, and has not been seen in person by anyone ever.
Oh,
nice.
At our institution since he's been getting care there since 2021. And anyway, we just said you had to. He saw one of my partners and was asking things that we really don't do. And we're like, listen, you just got to come in and see us in person. And he's like, I'm done. I'm done with you guys. So
What the? What?
yeah, there's a lot to it. But basically it was just one of these situations where it was like, he has a problem that we could help him with, but he doesn't want to come in person because of reasons, not sure exactly what they are. But he's been seeing doctors at our institution by telemedicine, which you can do. It's just sometimes you just got to see a patient, do a test, and lay your hands on them. And he just didn't want to do it. And we're like, well, we can't do anything for you without actually doing that. And so he gave up trying to get one of my partner to keep seeing him in telemedicine. So that was kind of a relief. But the whole story was bizarre. I'm kind of convinced that he's not in Tennessee, which makes it that we can't do telemedicine. But because my partner's not licensed anywhere but Tennessee. So that was kind of our issue, but he was very secretive about
because
it.
of course it is, right?
Yeah. So, so that was that. And then, I have a patient that's been kind of acting up, and it's just, I think she finally kind of showed her hand today, which was she just straight up asked me for narcotics. And I'm like, no, I don't use narcotics to treat my patients, because I don't, I don't treat pain. My patients don't hurt. So I'm like, no.
For the love of crap. I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's been kind of building. I mean, first she asked me to change her diagnosis so she could be on hospice. And I'm like, you're not dying, and you need to come in, and again, the same kind of problem. You need to come in and see me so I can examine you to determine if you have that problem. And she's like, I can't come in, partly because she couldn't afford it, and she is far away, and she also has these pain issues, and it's like physically hurts too much to travel. And I'm like, I can't help you. So so I've just been dealing with that for the last week. And then I took my car to the mechanic today for oil change and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, hey, you need new brakes. And I'm like, I know, the brake light's on. So, and
that's what that means.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of things that were, there's a bunch of other things that were kind of like all the filters and all that. And it was just like, that was just a doozy of a, and then they're like, you need tires. I'm like, no, I don't. I feel like I just got tires. And they're like, well, yeah, they're 5 millimeters. I'm like, don't tell me I need tires then. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You're killing me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, these are the things I can't drive off the lot with. I'll do those. These are the things that I don't need to do. I'm not doing them. So I don't need to like bankrupt myself over this stupid car. So and then in game, I've done a little work at Blooming Winds Folly. And right now I am in the throes of war. So
what?
That's what
you?
I'm gonna do.
As a doctor, do no harm?
Well, I mean, I'm doing harm to the people who are messing around with one of our systems, which we'll get into the squad update.
That is a stipulation. That is a stipulation of the Socratic Oath, is it not?
Yes.
Do no harm unless they fuck with your system.
Exactly.
Yep.
Maybe he's more of a cleric, like a war cleric.
With a mace, large.
It's do no
mace.
harm. It's do no harm, but they started it.
Yeah.
This mace has an EKG on the end. It's quite convenient.
It does.
Oh, it looks like you have some damage in your skull. Whack. Oh, there's more.
We got new defibrillators at work.
Oh, that's
and I got to take it for a test drive.
New as in new technology,
test
or
drive,
new as in they're like regularly updated?
There's some new technology, but nothing that's really impressive. But they have new defibrillator smell. And they're black,
freshly singed.
Yeah, so they're black. They're not white, so they're kind of cool, and big screen. So
does it have the voice that narrates what to do as you open it, or are those for public consumption?
Well, I mean, they have an AED mode, but that's for the peasants.
The plebs.
I mean, it's like the car that has like a automatic transmission, but you can switch it into manual.
Yeah,
and you just drive it in manual. Yeah. It's like that.
When I saw the first AED that had that, I was like, this is one of the most simple but genius medical innovations I've seen, because it takes all of the onus off the public, and it and seconds save lives when it comes to heart attacks.
Yeah.
So,
no, absolutely. Great. I mean, the AEDs are great that way, and it's just they tell you what to do, what order to do it in, and they're absolutely fantastic. It's just one of those things. If I'm in the field, I want to be able to put it in manual, and I can't. Yeah. But it's fine.
It was voiced by Clippy, though. I thought that was weird. It was like, it looks like you're trying to save a life. Do you need some help?
If I get hired by Zoll, I'm hiring Lark Shadow to do the voice.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got developed an arrhythmia. Press the button twice.
Oh,
anyway. Okay.
All I'm wondering is if the air quote new AED smell unquote smells like Lysol and desperation.
No, it's not. No, it's more like it's more like industrial rubber.
Yeah.
No, fair enough.
Asphalt and bacon.
Yeah. It's like, there's Walkman Sports. Like the yellow
Yeah.
Walkmans.
I think we're all old enough to actually get that reference.
And you know the ones
Yeah.
that have like the rubberized coating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what
You just
Wow.
It's the smell. Like you get out of the box and you're there.
There's a piece of my brain we didn't know would be opening today.
And this
There's-
podcast is brought to you by the phrase old.
Yeah. The letter O, L, and D.
And the number,
Wow,
yes.
that's a reference. Yeah. There's just no new iPhone smell. These Zoomers just don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, cool. Who's next?
You.
Well, gentlemen, I will tell you the highlight of my week, and that highlight comes from this morning. In this morning, and the year of our Lord 33012 on January the 22nd, I had a brief golden shining moment where I thought for a second that I had been banned from the elite subreddit. It was perfect. I've been nursing that for so long. And it turns out I wasn't actually banned. Just the post that I was arguing with someone got erased. So I couldn't access it, not because I had been entirely revoked, just because someone had deleted that post. So it's that when that one comes, that will be another jewel in the crown. And let me just briefly explain. The art of the ban, it's like Zen. It's like the Buddhist craving for nirvana. It's something that can be done with such low class and no imagination. If you go into a subreddit or like a Twitch stream and you like hurl out a racial slur or like swear words and you get banned, absolutely reprehensible. That takes no imagination, no creativity whatsoever. There's such care that goes into artfully crafting the proper ban. That
So what you're saying is you're an artisanal troll.
I went into a Twitch stream of some streamer and I literally set the goal for myself. I said, I'm going to get banned with the very first thing that I say, but not explicitly breaking terms of service. And because I was aware of some controversy surrounding this streamer, I typed in one thing, immediately got banned. I didn't break a single term of service. I didn't hurl an insult, not a swear word. It was artfully crafted. So that one felt like an achievement.
Another gem for your Thanos glove of trollery.
Yeah, another gem for my Thanos glove. So as it stands, still allowed access in the elite subreddit. But that was kind of the highlight of my week. I haven't been much in game since the good old CG, which was a banger because it was a lot of fun, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, and in the CG I made the gross, egregious mistake of flying it open because apparently that's a mistake and dangerous and you shouldn't do it. But anyway, that's a week in the life of Daxi, isn't it? Isn't it great? Oblivious once hit me with that gif of Snow White clapping, but she's in the insane asylum in the padded room. And it was the perfect summation of like my approach to online interaction. I've never recovered. It was perfect. It was the perfect takedown. Anyway, that's me. So Lark, we're going to throw it on to you. There it is.
I just want to be on record that Bloom just put that in the recording.
That's a really good one.
Perfect. I mean, perfect. Okay, Lark, you go.
Oh, shoot. That just threw me off so hard. I am doing good. I have actually been playing a lot of Elite this week. Been basically just flying my Anaconda just for kicks and giggles because I wanted to fly a big ship that makes me feel like God when I go up against anyone else that isn't elite.
Best ship in the game.
And it's been doing that very well. I have been seeing the online arguments of, well, why were you in open? And all I can say is just fly in open, you friggin' morons. It's more fun. We outnumber the gankers by 10-1. It's like the ants and the grasshoppers in A Bug's Life. It just yeah.
Nice reference, though. Very early 2000s reference. Well done.
Very early 2000s, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I've just been doing conflict zones for The shenanigans going on in Alexandrinus, Alexandria?
Alexandrinus.
Wait, what's going on in Alexandrinus?
Well, let's find out. Hit that squad update.
Oh.
Awkward silence.
Incoming priority message.
Squadron briefing.
Alrighty. Well, we are at war in Alexandrinus. So,
Ooh.
yeah, it's very exciting. So, our influence has dropped dramatically over the last couple of months in Alexandrinus, and we have some new neighbors. And really recently, everything kind of came to a head, and the Order of Enblackenment leaped over us in influence in the system. We still had control, but we had like 24% influence and they had about 30% influence. So we decided to engage them in order to flip over them and still maintain control. Unfortunately, we're losing 2-0.
Really?
Yeah, so we need some pilots. I mean, honestly, I don't think anyone's really done too much. I mean, I flew a couple of CZs, a couple of medium CZs, a couple nights in a row because I flew and then got tired. Right now, as it stands, we have 3 Anara commanders in the last 24 hour and 2 squadron members in the last 24 hours. So 2 of the 3 commanders are ours currently.
Slim pickings.
So, yeah, I know. So hopefully some of our squadron mates can fly on over to Alexandrinus and churn out a few CZs every day, and hopefully we can just win this war. Because like I said, I mean, for all I know, we got some pensioner in Britain just cranking out CZs from his mom's basement. And
what I love is that sounds like it's an insult, but it's not. It's actually a genuine descriptive term.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say the fact that the squad's name is Order of Enblackenment, we're fighting the emo movement from 2003.
That's one of those dead squadrons that I guarantee has no one kicking around, right?
Isn't Brother Sabathius in that squadron?
Oh, I don't know.
I have no idea.
But Alexandrinus, that's the old battleground. That's the kind of stumbling block in the highway to hell that we hit. Remember that?
Yeah.
This is pre-undermining rebalance update stuff and bonuses and everything. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So we originally lost it for Li Yang Rui a long time ago. And, you know, it's been fine.
It was a fun fight, though.
Yeah, it was a great fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, the Order of Enblackenment has joined this system, and you know, I guess they have designs on it. But it would be nice to have a little chat with them about it. But if not, we just need to kind of fight until we win.
You're gonna get in touch with someone from them, and they're gonna be like, "Bro, we've been playing Counter-Strike for like 2 years.
I've logged in since 2018."
Yeah. Well, anyway,
yeah.
Just if you're in the mood to fly some CZs, that's where I want you flying CZs.
So
I
say
am
we all.
flying at CZ as we speak.
Awesome.
It's a low, but I'm in an Anaconda, and I'm podcasting, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing mediums because like I couldn't really find a low other than really, really far away from the main station. So
if you'd like, I could move my carrier back to planet 6. Then it should be right next to the low for rearming.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, this in-game strategy meeting on air brought to you by the Loose Screws Podcast.
And speaking of numbers changing, I guess, let's go to Power Play.
PowerPoint.
This is the short PP report.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
It's average, so get your facts straight.
And I am suddenly regretting starting a CZ while we were live. So I will say, who's got Power Play?
Well, there's always the go-to. We have the wonderful K5elite.com. Can you imagine that, having your own URL on the internet? That's amazing. Anyway, Kruger's updates with the much better metric than Frontier provides us. So who's rocking this week here in cycle 64? My God, it's been more than a year. Anyway, the big, what should be obvious to everyone after the Enclave fight is that Duval reigns supreme, and not really much of a contest here.
Only feats.
Only feats. But also Kane has come up to be a little bit of an up-and-comer. In cycle 64, Kane was in first as far as acquisitions, gaining 14 exploited systems. But our boy, Young Rui, despite not being active in the Enclave anymore, has seized some opportunity now that people were distracted. In this cycle, he's in second. So some of that's the push out towards the Pleiades and getting Sirius Gov out to be the only power in control there. But that's the big thing. Everyone probably caught wind of the unofficial / still widely recognized truce in the Enclave.
I have thoughts on this.
And so first off, I am a one-trick pony. I'm here to pick fights and cause arguments. But for the amount of man hours needed with the 47 systems they gave us, I am not surprised that things naturally ground to a halt. Like, you can only bang your head against the wall so much, and with no assurance of what pre-engineered such and such module is, I'm not
People
surprised.
lost interest.
I'm like, dude, they should have. There's 12 powers. They should have given us like 14 systems, and it's
Right.
like, duke it out. Yeah, I love that they confined power play to that area that you can't expand yourself out of and take your efforts elsewhere. But man, I don't know if, I bet you it's months before anyone actually gets up the gumption to actually push anyone out again. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Do we think it's just going to stagnate now? Just sit there for
Wouldn't be surprised. Mm-hmm.
I
mean-
think that there will be maybe a week, maybe two, more of the Enclave pushing or truce, and then suddenly just someone's going to be in charge of the Enclave and the story is going to march forward.
Yeah.
It'll get God-handed. And you know what? I'm fine with that. It was fun. It was way too many systems, man.
Way too many systems. And
We
there's a
have
lot of
lives,
strongholds.
dudes.
Yeah. We got lives. There's a lot of strongholds out there now. Strongholds are exponentially more effort as far as the penalty, just the sheer man hours and control points you have to generate. So, Jesus Christ, what are you going to do?
It was fun, FDev, but maybe less is
Yeah.
more. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Just
Well,
have
and
the
the-
power gourds invade and kick everybody out. Like, it's like,
The Venn diagrams for explorers and combat pilots don't necessarily overlap a whole lot, but with just with the expedition already having taken off, that pulls a bunch of people out of the fight.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Do we have numbers on the head count for Distant Worlds 3?
About
All I'm
6,500.
saying is
Yeah.
how sad is it that FDev is copying loose screws with Distant Worlds 3 after we did the Distant Screws 3, after we copied
Yeah.
it from them, who copied it from us, who copied it from them, who copied it from us, who copied it from them.
Yeah.
One,
Way to
two,
go,
three. Yeah,
Frontier. Well done. It's called plagiarism in this country. I don't know if you have that over in jolly old England.
Plagiarism
No,
laws are
in
different.
jolly old England, they call it nicking it.
Oh, he's nicked it, mate.
Oh, they nicked the idea right out from underneath us.
They nicked it right out of my pocket in me knickers.
Well, Bob's me
Anyway.
uncle.
Well, Bob's your uncle. Well, Raven's your boss. That's the other phrase they say.
Well, sweep my chimney. No, wait, don't do that.
No, that's not NSFW for everyone. Sorry. We'll erase that. We'll fix that in post.
We'll fix in post. Yes, fix in
All
post.
right.
Yeah,
Raven's
like we
your
fix
boss.
anything in post. Mhm.
Well, I expect, and God, Lord knows that module is just like, it's just chaff with more chaff or
And I'm hoping it's the shielded ECM module that was promised to us if Winters won that CG against Hudson. Instead, we got this, long range, fast, quick kill warrant scanner. Who wants one of those?
Imagine the pushback though if it was
Take
super
one.
baller, but then only one power could get it, and people were like, that's categorically unfair. We don't all have access to this, and I can't do it solo.
Well, guess what? Life is unfair. If you can't do it solo, then that's intentional. Get into open and out of your mother's basement.
I still can't believe I can't get the Cobra Mark IV. Yeah. Oh, that's the power.
My thoughts on the open versus solo thing is there are some things that sure just doing it in solo because you don't want to deal with people that day or whatever. It's like whatever. But things like power play, BGS, this community goal, which you can't have a community if you are in solo. I don't care how active system chat is. It's basically like a fancy Yahoo chat from 1998 with spaceships. Get an open.
Yahoo chats. God. Oh, I had a friend tell me that recently they still have a yahoo.com email address. I was like, are those even legal anymore? Oh.
Yeah. Occasionally in my work, I come across people who still have an AOL email address, and I'm like, old school nice.
God.
They're like, yep.
Yeah, I sent somebody a Hotmail email address today.
Get that spelling right.
Yep.
Yeah. So should we talk the community goal?
Yeah, let's talk community goal.
Yeah. Who got the module? Raise your hand. I did.
Not me.
I did not. I went there and trolled PvPers and pulled some people and got some bounties and destroyed nobody, but I had a blast.
Heck yeah.
I just flew as fast as I humanly could to the damn space station, which was since it was a it's one of those construction ships, like you couldn't bookmark it or anything. So it's like I get into the system and I'm like, I better target it fast before I get pulled, and then so.
So did you do most of it in open?
I mixed it up. I mean, there's one night I was like really tired and all out of fucks, and I just did that one in solo, but I did a little bit in open and a little bit in solo just because, I mean, I like participating, being part of the community, getting pulled and murder hoboed with a bunch of materials so that I have to go back and get more. That's my favorite thing to do. But I mean, it definitely adds the thrill, and, it's one of those things where, going in with, armed to the teeth and things like that, you can kind of, fight back and do that. I mean, you're less efficient when you're going that route, but it's fun. I mean, it's absolutely thrilling. So,
but then what are the basement dwellers who are only satisfied by a number going up going to do?
Let me tell you, basement dwellers, and listen up. I got about 8,500 tons, all of it in open, and so much. And this has to be a universal game thing. It can't just be Elite. So much of people's present day attitudes toward the game have not changed since 2017. When you encounter people that gripe about the material grind, has not been a thing for years. You gripe about like people getting pulled in Shinrana Desra, or open being this hellhole full of like jerks. I did 8,500 tons in open. I got pulled more than half the time. I got away because the game provided me an equal number of tools to get away from gankers as they have to come get me. I got blown up once because I was pulled by a wing of 3, and no matter how many shields you have, if 3 ships are stacked against you and they're up close to the all frag cannons, you're going to get popped. Part of the game. But like literally just SCO overdrive. Someone who's going to gripe about being in open and not being able to get away from people, they handed you SCO overdrive. It was not just a mechanism to get places faster. We now have a chase. I survived about half of the chains of interdictions I had by racing with my SCO overcharge in my Panther Clipper Mark II, by the way. I was moving 850 tons at a time, but stuffed to the gills with shields and shield cell banks off the side. Half the time, it was a fun chase because we have SEO Overdrive to move really fast. We have emergency drops, which are going to cost you some hull percentage every time, but it's a viable tool because it's so much longer for someone to drop in on your wake signal than to pull you interdicting. Just doing short, like basically teleport jumps in SEO Overdrive and emergency drops, I would just frustrate people until I could get close enough to the system to drop in. And yes, it takes longer, but I'm having fun. And they're not jerks for being in the CG system pulling people. That is why this system exists. It's to facilitate these interactions that you have more than enough tools in game to survive. And so much so that we talked about like Panther Clipper Mark II builds. Between the SEO Overdrive, Shield Cell Banks, and the Panther Clipper Mark II just having so much stuff that you can like put things into and strap guns to, you can conceivably fight back. I mean, Trax easily blew up someone who is attacking him. If you have your heat sinks and shield cell banks lined up and you know what you're doing, they can't get through your shield in a ship that big. So it becomes...
Chig's Panther Clipper, which is basically made to troll gankers, but also haul.
Yeah.
Like I think at this point he is on like ganker lists of don't pull this person because he has frustrated so many players.
Perfect.
Heck, I had a guy that during the CG, I was running supplies in my Viper Mark IV just because I was like, pull me, see what happens type of attitude. You know what I mean?
God bless you, Lark.
And I had a guy pull me on the back of my Viper Mark IV in both of the utility slots is, I should say, point defense systems. This guy was one of the old school torpedo gankers.
Yeah.
He fired 3 volleys and all 3 volleys got completely shot down. And then he was like, you're no fun, and left.
Perfect.
Yeah, why didn't you die? You're supposed to die.
Everyone's got Grom bombs now. People forget the ECM is an insurance policy. Put it on your cargo ship to have it open.
And you know how you deal with the gankers who are frag gankers? Be faster than they are. It's really not that hard.
Or shield cell banks to be able to chew through all the damage. If you get a notification in your cockpit the second there's a missile incoming. If you have the ECM on, you have a keybind for select highest target. It's going to highlight that missile. You wait till it's within 3 kilometers, boom, ECM kills it. So unless you have like 3 people Grom bombing you all at the same time, not a problem. So
not only that, but point defense takes out Grom bombs happily as well.
And Lord knows,
all you need is 2 of them to just ruin a ganker's day. It's kind of hilarious.
And Lord knows I get fruitlessly and too easily fired up by interaction with people on the internet. But I have been in the trenches with this game for 7 years. And the one thing that'll actually get me fired up is when people denigrate the game for not catering to them when the game has handed you more than enough tools that to be able to that your skill set is now the issue, and they're like, oh, Elite's been bad from the start. And I'm just like, shut the hell up. My God, has anything ever made you happy in your whole wasted life? Anyway,
no,
I get too fired up.
Yeah, I mean, it's the
that felt personal.
Nah, everything's personal, Lark.
Yeah.
I have an even simpler solution for someone who is in solo and afraid to go to open, but wants to do a CG in open. So this was a few CGs ago. I think it might have been the first one for the TARDIS cargo rack. And I had just engineered a Corsair, and I was having all kinds of fun with the Jantrax inspired plasma accelerator rail Corsair. I love that design. And I thought, well, I'll just mod this a bit, and I'll haul cargo in this. So I was literally a sheep in wolf's clothing, and I would go into the system, and I couldn't get anybody to interdict me. I was literally like Connor McLeod running around the battlefield saying, "Why will no one fight me?" Like it was that. And I could still haul, I think, like 240 cargo. I mean, it wasn't giant, but it was enough to be able to both, with obviously more runs, but I was having fun. I was hauling stuff, and I was in open, and Yeah, I think I got pulled once and started fighting, and then they took off.
Genius.
So it's like that's like I think the easy button if you want to go and open and still have fun. And this is a ship that wasn't all cargo racks. I still had hull and module reinforcement. I could boost to 600. Like I could literally leave the fight whenever I wanted.
Yeah. When the game has presented you with this many levers and pulleys and buttons, at a certain point, it's like the game's not the issue, bud. That's a perfect case in point for that. So I loved this CG, and it wasn't even that special or narratively consequential, but had a hell of a lot of fun. And the Panther Clipper Part Mark II is the go-to jam for cargo now.
Yeah. Also, something to note if you're just straight out to troll PvPers and have them never be able to catch you ever, even in the new ships. The humble, barely house-sized Sidewinder, if you put enhanced performance thrusters on it, will boost to 730.
Nice.
That's like flying the camera mode of the game. There's just
you
no
just,
actual gameplay limitations.
you hit a button and it's K bye because no one's going to catch you. Literally no one, unless they're in a purpose-built Viper Mark III, but that's not going to have weapons, so who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guns will weigh them down so they can't get you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like with weapons and heavy armor, the Sidewinder boosts that fast with the enhanced thrusters. It is stupid. There are ways you can get around, out of, and even take part in PvP without... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, Daxi.
I don't speak English.
Guess what's in Lark's brain? That was the start.
No, I had a point, but it flew away. I'm watching it taunt me from the other side of the room.
Squirrel. It's just that trope from movies where someone opens a door and like this horrifying noise emerges. You're like, oh, you could shut the door and just walk away.
Yeah. No, the point is, if you don't want PvP, there are ways out of it while still being an open and interacting with other players.
You can avoid
if you
engagement.
Do want PvP, there are ways to make it easy.
Yeah.
Like seriously, straight up, just get help.
And also, I mean, if you want to fight, I mean, go to Shinra. I mean, that's another fun thing. Like, we had a night a long time ago where we, where the some of the gankers were, camped out in Shinra. Some of the celebrity gankers, and so
the really well known guys.
Yeah, so
they're
Chig and
cool guys, even if they are.
Oh my gosh, they're great. And so so Chig and Trax, I think, were tormenting them one night, and they had so much fun that they're like, "Hey, why don't some of you other guys come out?" So, I mean, I didn't have the right ship prepared, but I just slapped together a courier, and we just kind of screwed around with them for like about a good 2 hours, and I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure some people broke the blockade and were able to get to Shinra and open, because we were like, jousting with these magnificent gankers, and they gave us some tips, and we just chatted them up, and they actually came into our Discord and hung out with us and visited us for a few times, and then disappeared back to their domicile, wherever that is. And
question about that. A question about that. Unless you're going to Shinra de Desra or say Desiat, do you think the number of gankers has gone down, or the quality of them?
Yeah, I think both. I just, maybe it's nostalgia. I'm like, they just don't make gankers like they used to, man. I used to be scared of these guys.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I don't think the quality of the gankers has gone down. I think we've just gotten that much better at the game.
Or maybe also, the ships are better.
I mean,
both.
Yeah. It's both. I mean, we have just the sheer size, something like the Panther Clipper Mark II, you can just fit more. You can have more shield cell banks and more cargo. And SC Overdrive is a big part of that, because there's a chase element that a lot of people might not see the advantage of, but you can really create some distance in a way that you couldn't before. So I think that they've kind of maybe the game in the early years was stacked in favor of the attacker.
Yeah.
But it feels a lot more equal now. So I don't know.
It does. I think PvP is actually in an okay place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, I think if your ship is built to be like the perfect hauler or the perfect miner for, for where there's low traffic, when you do a CG, you're going to get spanked pretty hard because someone busts out a, all frags, what is it, a Python Mark II?
Python 2,
I mean,
oh gosh, those can be mean.
yeah, I mean, if you're made of tissue paper, you're dead. My miner is not built for if another human being shows up. I mean, I can drop my SLF and, run like hell because it's pretty quick. But it's like, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you have a fast enough ship, you're going to kill me before I can get away. And okay.
But with the new ships, you don't need to build tissue paper ships anymore.
No. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I've been pulled in my miner, and it's, it was just sort of kind of an exercise in frustration dealing with this, well designed.
Was that in a T11?
Yeah, it was the T11.
I don't know. When I designed my first T11, I kind of felt like once I had the stuff once I had enough in it that there was diminishing returns on even more mining, there was nothing left to do but put weapons on it.
Yeah.
And, so it seems like there isn't the same constraint to have to build a tissue paper anything anymore, I don't think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wondered too if that does that diminish the need for a overhaul to Crime and Punishment? I mean, that was an old saw from years ago that I think had a point, but I don't know if that's if we're talking now that you can get away from anything, the gankers are weaker, and you have ships that you can always armor if you really focus on shipbuilding. Is it really that big of a deal anymore? They're kind of it's almost like they're backing into a solution for it.
Yeah, there's a few edge cases with power play that are like nuisance stuff. As far as you're doing an activity in a system that the gameplay pushes you to get merits for, but then you get like little nuisance bounties, and it's. I wouldn't say that's like a game balance thing. That's just kind of like a hassle thing. Like they just forgot in the metric of power play to add in scenarios where that's not like it kind of circumvents the Crime and Punishment system, but that's just a convenience thing.
Well, yeah, that's the other end of the spectrum. I'm thinking more in terms of like, we need police to show up in like half a second and nuke the bad guy, as to protect you, insert high sec, basically have a high sec region.
Yeah, like Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually have a story about SEO from the CG. There was this, or what ship was I in at the time? I believe I was in a Challenger at the time, and I was running around with SEO because who cares? And I saw this Archer player, and I'm like, you, because Archer. And so I targeted him. He knows I targeted him because he targeted me right back. And then we proceeded to play this little game in Super Cruise. He would SEO away about 10 clicks or so like 10,000 light seconds, if that. Like just enough to be way out of range of me where I could almost not target him anymore. I would follow him, and by the time I got there, he would SEO away again. And we chased each other like this in Super Cruise until I realized that he was running me out of fuel because I had like a sliver of it left and had to go to the star.
See? Part of the strategy.
And
That's
he
cool.
got away because of that.
That's
and
cool.
It was honestly really fun, and my hat's off to the guy, even though you're a dirty Archer player. That was freaking brilliant. You got me, man.
Yeah. That's good play.
Yeah.
That's fair play. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it would have been fun to try and call the fuel rats in the CG system. Thinking back on it.
Like, I'm open only. Sorry, bud. You're gonna have to duck and weave.
Now they're the Red Cross. I mean, like, isn't there like, some sort of in-game reprisal that if you kill the fuel rats, it's like,
oh, they will hunt you so hard. There's so many groups that have a standing order for that.
Yeah. You don't screw with them. Oh, but
goodness.
I think it was a success and a nice change of pace from the Enclave because it's a good old fashioned CG that has nice play and open. So get in open, babies.
And if you're scared to go in open alone, come join the Loose Screws Discord. We
Yeah.
basically exclusively fly in open.
We'll
the majority
die
of us.
right. We'll die right alongside you, bud.
Absolutely.
Like lemmings over the cliff.
Or at least I'll die
Hey!
first while you get away.
Yeah,
One
I'll
of the two.
die. And
Yeah, now that
then
CG that they
good luck.
did in Minerva, the one that was like the combat one. I mean, that
Yeah.
was just so damn much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that one was
The
just
trash talk. The trash talk was so good.
Oh God,
Yeah.
CG system chat, man. I could have that as an ASMR. Just have an AI narrate CG the system chat. Be like, yes, please tell me how much of a who's a coward? What?
Yuki. I
Oh,
want to hear Yuki tell me.
Yeah.
Hey,
She's my plate
Copilot,
carrier
narrate
waifu.
System chat in System
Just-
X.
10 seconds of 10 minutes of just crushing silence, and then out of nowhere, like, what the fuck, man? You're such a coward. Come back. Every CG. I love it.
Followed by GG.
Oh, yeah,
GG,
GG. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. We got other stuff that happened though. Ye olde Type 11. Finally,
Yep.
in
Yep.
game.
Woohoo.
It took someone's tracking the number of days since pre-release versus in-game release, which I love. And apparently the Type 11 took the second longest. The Cobra Mark V was the actual longest.
That makes
They're-
sense because
they're really just-
Mark 5 is
they're
OP.
They're really
Yeah.
just letting us get thirsty. You know what they're doing. You gotta get
I
them
see what
marks.
they're doing. I respect
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
gotta
it's-
get them marks.
I mean, 3 or 4 months is not insane.
Not insane.
I still refuse to buy a Type 11. It's too purpose built.
That's specifically why I like it and why I'm gonna get it.
I mean, I
You
love
gotta
mine.
get
I mean, I absolutely love mine. That's the one I
Mhm.
think I bought on the first day.
Yeah,
Like of
that-
all
that
these, I mean,
tracks.
I've bought every single one except the Caspian Explorer, just because I'm not Caspian exploring right at the moment. So that's one I can
Mhm.
kind of. When I saw what it was and what it could do, I was like, that one I can wait. But you
Yeah.
know, I mean, all the other ones I kind of got in relatively early release. You know, first week, second week. You know, maybe a little bit after that, but like but that Type 11, I was like, day one, boop, I'm buying it.
Yep.
I'm
It's more
engineering it.
fun.
I'm going
Yeah,
mining.
it's
Bye.
more fun to mine in the Type 11 than anything else, I think.
And the thing is, it makes it easier to just kind of fill your hold in one session.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes with my T10, I was, out there just if I got tired, like 2 or 3 days trying to fill my hold. And with this, it's like, hour and a half, it's full, and I can go back to base, and I'm happy. And with those
So-
non-Euclidean cargo racks, oh my gosh!
Non-Euclidean.
I mean,
So-
I'm waiting for. I need one more size 6, and I'll have like max cargo on it.
So for the arxically challenged among us who didn't get early access, what is the mining Gatling? What's the synopsis? Faster output, fragments are bigger.
Yeah, bigger, juicier fragments, and you can deplete an asteroid faster.
Got
It's
it.
also just fun. It's also just fun to shoot. It's got
Yeah.
a different mechanism. There's different sounds. It's a bit more visceral. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's very
So
blue
are you
collar.
saying that the mining blaster, the joke is gone. Never mind. It took too long.
The spirit has flown.
Is it a dick joke?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
That's been my brain lately. Synopsis for Lark.
Yep.
And the ship flies really well too. I mean, it just
Yeah.
maneuvers. It's just the view is great. I mean, it's just wonderful.
Feels
So,
good.
Yeah, and I have my my fighter pilot with me, so wingman. So that's always
Would
good.
it surprise you at all to know that my favorite mining ship I ever built was actually the Federal gunship?
No.
Does not
Not
surprise me. It's a
Surprised.
great miner.
No.
No,
It
no
is.
surprises.
Ton of hard points, enough room.
No surprises at all. Is that in game? Has the game updated where it's in now, or is that coming?
Thought it was now,
That's
but
a
let's
good
look.
question.
Is it now?
Now available.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yay.
Everyone to
Primates.
Shindes to get blown up to try to buy it.
Yep.
While you're T11 and open.
I'm sure you could buy it in any extraction system.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know if I've ever bought a ship besides a Jameson Memorial. Every
Speaking of
single
extraction,
get them outfitted.
Oh, I buy them at the Mycoro Stronghold.
Yeah,
now.
the Stronghold's really good.
I mean,
for
we have our
outfitting.
own Shinra in our own screw space, dude.
Really?
yeah, I haven't been to Shindes since the Stronghold carriers became a thing. There's no need for it.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
the
just
only
doesn't
thing
have
you
the
can't get is
Guardian
like
stuff.
Guardian. Yeah, but we have we have our own Guardian tech broker in our capital.
I might
Yeah.
head over that way now. Yeah, Bloom, I just finished the CG there for you, so don't say I didn't help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You helped
Here,
me.
go look and see if we can get a Type 11. Ta-da!
Did you have to update the game?
I don't remember. I don't know if my computer does that automatically or not.
Did you reinstall?
I have the advanced docking computer for my real life computer. It updates games for me, so I don't have to do it myself like a peasant. Oh, yeah.
So I had been in the community news, aside from Distant Worlds, which we'll hit in a minute. I had been working for weeks on trying to get an SRV race going for the loose screws, and it's just not going to work because while I think it's fun, everyone else that I've had look at it or talk to about it are like, no, yeah, that's not fun. And it was basically an SRV race in the dark.
Damn.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the
Jesus,
idea
this
the idea
is
was an SRV race in the
savage.
dark with the headlights only on a specific planet in Volt's refinery system out there in New Screw space because it's orbiting a brown dwarf and the planet itself is nothing but black rock and purple ice. So it is so dark. I think it's really interesting to try and do the SRV when it's that black and stuff, but a lot of people don't, so whatever.
Did you ask Alec?
Yes, he was one of the ones who was like, I don't think that'd be fun, man.
Wow. Cold as ice.
But point
Damn.
is that we haven't mined in a while as a screws team, so I'm going to be getting a mining date set for a little screws community thing.
Good.
So everyone keep your eye on the events channel for that because I haven't mined in forever and I want to.
Everyone get your Type 11s. You got no excuse now.
No, I'm not going to get the Type 11. I'm going to show up in anything but that.
You're going to show up in a Viper Mark III.
I should. Just for
Single
kicks and
mining,
giggles.
a single mining laser and no collector limpets.
I went core mining in an adder
Manual.
once.
Manual mining.
Wow.
Like it's 2016.
At least they're like an
an
Apps
adder
or
can
something.
hold exactly one core.
Wow.
Huh.
That's endearing in a way.
It is.
Yeah.
Don't you change.
Yep. Never. Ooh. Well,
shoot.
so
Oh,
Distant
that-
World. Distant
World. Who's got that? Because I have not been paying attention to it at all.
Oh, much to your all disappointment, I did not go. So
I'm not on it.
sorry.
I mean,
You have to deal with me. I almost did. I even went to their website and I looked up all their tools and I was like, these are the most organized motherfuckers I've ever seen in this game in my life. Wow. They've got like a website. They've got like bios of who's in charge. I said, who is running this ship? Is this a
Right.
volunteer organization? Like, is this
It's-
FDev, like a shadow company of FDev that they're paying people to do this? It was incredible. And I knew that I could set it up with Go and go on a carrier. Don't dock anywhere else. You can take the escape pod back. But I was like, the urge to bother you guys was too strong. So,
Well,
here
thank
I
you.
stand.
You
Yeah.
you always can bother us over comms.
Yep. Clear comms. I mean,
Hired
I'm
another company. Distant
Yep.
Worlds 3 brought to you by Cadbury.
Oh, no, 6,500 people is not nothing.
No, it's
That's
not.
a huge
As far
chunk
as
of
I
the
can
community.
tell, that's more than the active player base on Steam for the daily count. I think it hovers around 5 or 6. Wild.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wish them the best of luck, and I really respect that Frontier did the actual community goal and related that. And just for point of reference, because we've all been playing this game for so long, I heard about Distant Worlds 1 or 2 in like video game media actually way before I played Elite.
Same.
So whatever that means, that it reached a completely non-elite player years before
it's in
they played.
their launch day. They were in space.com website.
So it's not nothing. It's a lot of people, and like, we're the only game that offers that view of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wish them the best of luck, and I'm just really happy that it pulled together, because when Odyssey's release went as it did and they canceled it as a response, that felt like a little bit of a gut punch, because that probably sent a stronger message to Frontier than any amount of forum posts or griping on the internet, because that said a lot about how people they feel they can engage with the system you've created. Lo and behold, a couple years later, they've turned the corner and it's happening again. So good on them.
Absolutely.
Yep. So we wish you luck in 20,000 light years when these radio waves get to you guys and you hear us. We'll be long dead, but you'll know that we wished you luck.
How much content do you think that FDev's going to have sit on the fence? Because of Distant Worlds 3. Like, I mean, they may put. I mean, I think they'll put some content in. Seeds out there. I mean, they're already.
I think it
community
hinges
goals to
on
build stations, but
I think it hinges on whether you can engage with operations from a fleet carrier or not.
oh
Yeah, I mean, everything's in on operations, which apparently, I gotta admit, still kind of bummed that it's not fully in game, but I get why they're doing it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
still can't wait for it, even though
Yeah.
it's going to be like that. It sounds so much fun.
Yeah.
And it'll be hilarious when we all get on the ship to go on the operation and someone is sitting by themselves in a different ship
that'll be me.
because
Well-
the instancing crapped out.
I mean,
Can't
the truce, I bet you, I couldn't see the whole narrative being put on hold for something like Distant Worlds 3. I bet you the truce in the Enclave is a wrench in the gears, though.
Yeah.
Now they have to invent a lore reason to, I mean, they're going to have to work around the community. It's kind of baller if you think about it, because the community was like, all right, we're bored. Like,
Yeah.
you figure it out.
Yeah, no. We're done
Yeah.
with that. We're done with that.
They need to replace the picture of a carrot with an actual carrot.
Yeah, like it's my favorite
Carrots.
developer. Just a quick tangent. It's my favorite developer player interaction of any video game I've ever seen. Real quick, game called Helldivers 2. They had a narrative where they were releasing an in-game weapon, so a thing that the players can use, that was so undesirable that over a series of basically community goals, the player base decided every time to choose whatever the alternative prize was, including the third round, when the alternative prize was nothing other than like an in-game lore thing about saving a children's hospital, but literally zero in-game reward. The community chose that and created the Save the Children campaign, denying the company the ability to give you a tool that they made you. I love that shit.
I
That
remember
was
reading about
so
that.
Yeah.
funny.
Reading about that is what got me to buy Helldivers. I'm not going to lie.
So hilarious about the player base being like, all right, like, get your shit together because we don't like this. And it's kind of funny. We did that in the Enclave. So maybe I hope that they never actually resolve the Enclave thing. And then maybe Frontier's like, oh, the special module suddenly was leaked by such and such manufacturer to the whole galaxy. And then we all get it. Who knows?
Maybe they just need to tell Meccan what it is.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Get it. Anyway. Moving on.
That was pretty good.
56 million credits. This Type 11 is going to bankrupt me. Wow.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
think the Enclave also, to some degree, was probably like a power play lab for FDev as well, to try to perhaps figure out some rebalancing mechanics or whatever, because of,
Mhm.
if it got to a point where it's like, okay, we're done and we're going to stagnate. Because, I mean, that was the whole thing with the Thargoid War, was that we had an overwhelming number of systems we needed to push back once we were really in a position where we were able to push back. But, you had the entire community like, okay, well, we're going to be organized about this, and we're going to be, we have an approach, we have a plan, these are the systems we're going to prioritize, and, people played along, but we were able to figure out the mechanics. Now, if you are eliminating powers and, it's so much harder to undermine as it is to reinforce. You got to this point where like the guys that are left, it's just too big a thing for any of them to handle, and the rest of us are out of the game. So, if there's a way for them to say, okay, well, I think it's stagnated because, Li Yang Rui and other people, took their toys and went home because all they're doing is spitting in the wind if they do participate anymore.
Yeah.
So
I think what the tinfoil hat in me thinks that the Enclave is/was
what?
There we go.
A testing ground for putting in the live game the ability to eliminate a power completely.
Ooh.
From the game.
Not a chance, Lark.
No, I think that's what it is. And
I-
that when it happens, like say Li Yongri gets eliminated just for kicks and giggles, right?
Mhm.
His page then just gets updated to, instead of he is the blah blah blah, to he was the blah blah blah. And that's it.
I don't see that happening.
I don't see how that makes them more money.
Yeah.
That's why it's a tinfoil theory.
all of the in-game progress, all of the merits, all of that, it would go away.
No, it wouldn't go away. What would happen is, like, as a mechanic, like, say your power gets completely pushed out of the game, they don't exist anymore. Well, now you are now part of the power that conquered you, whether you wanted it or not. And you can either change or you're now part of that power.
Can you imagine the vitriol?
What would be even better?
Imagine defeat picks.
Ooh. What would be one thing that we could do? One thing that they could do if they were going to do something like that would be if your power is eliminated, all you can do is undermine. You can undermine your like OP undermining, because that was the whole thing. Most of us didn't want to be in a power in the first place. We would love to have been not in a power and just a perpetual underminer.
Avoid.
That would have been fun. Avoid, yeah.
That's where if there was actually a real pirate power,
yeah,
that had different abilities or something. I don't know. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be kind of fun.
But I think that's
idea,
what they need is something like that to shake it up.
But yeah, I think that's what the testing bed for is. It's a testing bed for what happens if we let them actually push people completely out. What powers are at a disadvantage? What powers are at a wholly advantage? How can we balance this? Blah, 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 blah. And I think and I think if that does go live in the main game, like in the actual bubble, the one of the two first to get eliminated is either going to be Denton Petraeus or Torval.
Yeah, no doubts there.
Yeah.
They just don't engender a lot of passion,
Well, only so many people like spiders, so.
Yeah. And Petraeus,
nobody likes Denton.
Yeah, he's just a nothing burger of a human being, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Well, if that comes to pass, you be sure to tune in. You'll hear about it first here on the Loose Screws podcast.
Or at least hear about it third, one of the two.
Yep. You hear about
We'll
it in
be
general.
trying for third is the point.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, is that it, boys, for the Weekend Elite?
I think that is it. If anyone else has anything, I don't.
I'm good.
Not
All
good.
right. Well, if you liked what you heard, A, what is wrong with you? B, why don't you join us? Look us up on our Discord. Visit loosescrews.com, loosescrewsed.com. There you'll find a link to our Discord. You can join our community. We are Lucy and Screwy. You can also support us on Patreon, where 100% of the money goes right back into the community. So for myself, for Daxie, for Blooming Wind, and for Roy, whose name I totally remembered and didn't have to look at the screen for. This has been the Loose Screws podcast.
In space.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Looks like you're trying to end the podcast. You want some help?